to the max with the former two-time WEDF champion, the man who many call the star of our generation, John Cena.
You know, Drew McIntyre, despite calling himself and being called by even Vince McMahon the chosen one, he has not been able to live up to that name. And unless he can get a huge win, and I mean, what's a bigger win than beating John Cena, he may never live up to that moniker of the chosen one.
But again, this is a big test for Drew McIntyre here, because just imagine if he can defeat John Cena one-on-one, just how much do you think it's going to do for Drew McIntyre's career?
Well, I mean, you got to think R-Truth took Cena to the limit. Maybe Drew McIntyre, being in that he has that heavy, brawling, technical style, could even do the same.
But that'll all be tested here as you see this man, John Cena, the C-Nation Commander-in-Chief, the Chain Gang Soldier, the Doctor of Thugonomics, the multiple-time world champion, the biggest star of our generation, is going to go one-on-one with Drew McIntyre. And you gotta imagine, Garrett, John Cena's not going to make this match any easier for Drew McIntyre.
Well, you know, here's some facts. Hornswoggle was the last Cruiserweight champion, Ezekiel Jackson the last ECW champion, and John Cena was, in fact, the last son of Krypton.
I'm not going to argue with you there. Either way, this match underway as both of these men have just something very big to prove to their rivals. John Cena to R-Truth, Drew McIntyre to Ted DiBiase. This is a very big match that could give either of these men a lot of momentum.
I remember watching a tag match between the four of them in which John Cena and Drew McIntyre, if I'm not mistaken, were partners together.
Incorrect. It was John Cena and Ted DiBiase against Drew McIntyre and R-Truth. But you are right about one thing. On that United, we did see John Cena force Drew McIntyre to submit to the STF. But now on a singles match, let's just see exactly what Drew McIntyre is made of.
Well, we may have history repeat itself, but you know, I'd honestly prefer to see Drew McIntyre finally get that big push towards, you know, his chosen one moniker, a man deserving of a world title.
Oh!
In my opinion, even more so than John Cena right now.
That was a big tilt-a-world backbreaker you just saw recently there from Drew McIntyre. He did miss the chop though. Now Cena fighting back. Hard Irish whip into the corner. John Cena, check it out! Oh no! Like he was trying for a vertical suplex.
For this.
Drew McIntyre countered him.
Oh!
Face buster!
That incredible face buster maneuver from Drew McIntyre.
Cena again with the Irish whip, not being down for long. Luthez press from the Doctor of Thugonomics. We do have to mention though, not only does Drew McIntyre have a mean streak, John Cena has a little bit of a mean streak too. Both of these men are angry. Both of these men are hyped up. And again, like I said, one victory here is going to give either of these men a huge boost of momentum. But you got to think here, with both of these men pissed off at their rivals, how far are these two men going to go just to prove that they're better than the other, not just so much better than their rivals as well? Wait a minute, Drew McIntyre with the cover. 1, 2.
Well, I think between Drew McIntyre's mean streak and between his unfulfilled dreams of grandeur in this business, I think he's got the most to prove here.
Cover by McIntyre. 1, 2. Kick out from John Cena. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I mean, Drew McIntyre wants to prove himself, I think, more than most people in the locker room, and that's why he has such a bone to pick with somebody like Ted DiBiase. He's starting from the up-and-comers, and he's working his way up to people here like John Cena, one of the biggest names in our business.
Absolutely. That is one good point to bring up about Drew McIntyre. Wait a minute, Cena, look at this! Good wrench suplex! And some people would say that's not in his 5 moves. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out from Drew McIntyre. Nice drop kick from John Cena as Cena goes again into the cover. 1, 2, still doesn't get Drew McIntyre.
Well, he's trying to wear down Drew McIntyre with that multitude of covers. I mean, it takes its toll on you having to kick out so much. That final cut out of the corner for Drew McIntyre.
Oh, absolutely. It's great strategy. It's elementary. I mean, I can't disagree with that strategy that Cena's going for, but Drew McIntyre, on the other hand, just seems to be taking pleasure in just hitting Cena as hard as possible. There again, Drew McIntyre is a brawler. He is from Scotland, and he is as tough as they come. And again with the cover, but John Cena too close to the ropes. A bit of a mistake there from Drew McIntyre. But McIntyre again continuing with the flurry of offense. Going into the strikes. No, Cena fighting back. Not a good idea to trade fisticuffs with John Cena. But Drew McIntyre with the jawbreaker. Extremely
well scouted and smart. I mean, if John Cena had taken Drew McIntyre to the corner, we could have seen that diving leg drop. Now a snap power slam from Drew McIntyre.
With the cover, 1, 2, still not enough to put John Cena away. And I gotta mention though about Drew McIntyre, he is very impressive, as we both said. Nice hangman's neck breaker right there. Drew McIntyre, if we remember earlier in the season, took Randy Orton, the inaugural WEDF champion, to his limit in a very impressive, outstanding match. So there's definitely no question that Drew McIntyre has a bright future here in the WEDF, and he's definitely proven that here as he's taken John Cena to school.
And look at this. He's going for the double knee gutbuster, but lifting DDT from John Cena.
Cena, hard Irish whip into the corner. Drew McIntyre is dazed, and now Cena looking for that fisherman suplex again, maybe.
But Drew McIntyre scouting it now with that DDT. He's setting up some head trauma for John Cena.
That could do very, very big wonders for Drew McIntyre, as he could knock John Cena out cold, as you know the impact that Drew McIntyre has with that future shock, but
Drew McIntyre busted open.
From the throwback, and Cena, oh no, that could be a mistake, and now McIntyre with the cover off the power slam. 1, 2, no! I have to think though, now that Drew McIntyre is seeing his own blood, he could become quite deranged and out of control in the ring. But that doesn't seem to be bothering John Cena right now as he connects with a shoulder block. Another shoulder block from John Cena. Cena's...
What? 2 of the 5 moves of doom set up, and yes, Drew McIntyre could become like a rabid dog.
And again, it just doesn't seem to be bothering Cena. Now Cena with the proto-bomb! Nicely done from John Cena, and you know what follows the proto-bomb, Garrett. Cena getting it set up in the middle of the ring. You can't see him. Cena runs the ropes.
5-knuckle shuffle.
Bam! There it is, connected right on the dot, and look at this, Cena's going for the attitude. Wait a minute! That's R-Truth!
Little Jimmy had it scouted the whole time.
R-Truth now assaulting John Cena, and Drew McIntyre quickly headed to the back as, oh my God! John Cena is in trouble here. Oh, that looked like a big mistake for R-Truth, as John Cena is livid. He wants to get his hands on R-Truth. Big proto-bomb and caught him on the chair, it seemed. And Cena again, a second dose of the 5-knuckle shuffle for R-Truth.
Consider it done.
Bam! I do have to mention, that referee did rule the match a disqualification, as John Cena did attack, or was attacked by R-Truth with the chair. Now Cena looking for the attitude adjustment. R-Truth with the DDT, and wait a minute, look at the stage!
Now we got Ted DiBiase and Drew McIntyre going at it on the stage. I mean, there is pandemonium in the ring, on the stage, probably something going on backstage. I mean, it is absolutely livid out here.
We could be on the verge of we could have a riot, in the words of Carter. seriously though, we could be on the verge of a riot here. Look at this. Look at the carnage. Fighting on the stage, fighting in the ring. We can't separate these 4 men. We can't separate them. They're just continuing to go at it. You notice the hatred, Garrett. Both of these men just want to tear into each other as much as possible.
I mean, that big shoulder block knocking Drew McIntyre down. How long until we see... I mean, we saw R-Truth that hit the shut up on John Cena. And I mean, how long until we see... you know, another one? How long until we see an AA? How long until somebody is knocked out?
I do have to wonder though, Garrett, where is our security at? Normally they'd be out here by now to break this. Oh, I get it! Look at this! The Hall of Pain backstage now assaulting Samoa Joe. They want the bounty themselves!
What is happening here at Raw? What is going on with our locker room? We had the Miz arrested last week, and now we have 3 brawls going on in one arena.
Can the Louisville staff here in Kentucky not afford enough security? We don't have enough hands on deck to separate all these guys.
Last week, Brock
and now Kane getting in the fray. Kane, who has had his issues with the Hall of Pain, now coming to give a helping hand to Samoa Joe.
The Hall of Pain wanting that $1 million, but if Kane has his way, he's definitely gonna thwart this dominant duo, as it were, the 2 men that took out his so-called brother, Abyss.
It's chaos backstage. It's chaos everywhere. McIntyre and DiBiase on the stage. Cena and Truth in the ring. The Hall of Pain and Samoa Joe and Kane backstage. Could it get anywhere? Oh, yes, it can. Look at this. The Dream Team and Booker T and Rob Van Dam fighting backstage in the parking lot. It's absolute pandemonium.
Our entire locker room. There are 4 brawls going on. There's 12 men. There are 12 men throughout this arena, all beating the living tar out of each other, all looking for a spot.
It's anarchy here on Raw. All hell has already broken loose, and we're not even close to Night of Champions or Rebellion.
I don't think most of these people are going to make it to Night of Champions or Rebellion. I mean, this is absolute... I mean, what else could we see? I mean, where's the Miz at this point? Maybe he's found Stone Cold. Maybe our entire locker room is brawling back here.
Maybe our security's fighting with themselves. We don't ever know. All we know is that can we go to a commercial to get these guys under control? We need some help. Raw has been thrown into complete and total anarchy.
In the words of Carter, send in the Army, send in the Navy, send in anybody.
And now we're back, ladies and gentlemen, as we see the United States Champion. Now, are you fucking kidding me?
16 seconds.
18.
18. Well, I mean, the United States Champion, Matt Icorn, having his problems with the internet wrestling community as always.
Oh, look at the back of his shirt. Woo, woo, woo. You blew it? Are you fucking kidding me? You're not even gonna face any of those guys. What are you doing, tearing into them
Well, per Matt Icorn's contract, he refuses to face any of the people referred to in the IWC, and you know, it's all about a mental advantage. He doesn't want to face them. He just wants to prove that he's better than them.
And again, Matt Icorn, it makes me sick to see him pulling these antics, but I guess I've got to take some gratification to agree somewhat with you, Garrett, as the man has admittedly been a